Hey everybody, this is Craig from 9 Volt Games, and today, I'm not going to talk about Minecraft. I'm going to talk about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Here's the deal. I love these games. I love the Sonic Racing games. I know I've talked about that on this channel before. Sonic Racing Transformed is probably the only one I didn't enjoy. But then again, that's like a Mario Kart where you have your least favorite one, but they're not bad. So speaking of Mario Kart, let's get this out of the way early, because every time I've done a video lately, I've said, hey, I do have a couple things bad that I don't like about whatever game I'm talking about, and I'll tell you at the end. And then I don't tell you. So I'm going to tell you the two things that I do not like about this. Both of them have to do with Mario Kart. One of them is unfair, but something that I don't like. I'm not, you know what I mean? Let's be realistic. Sega wanted to make a Mario Kart, and they made Sonic Racing. It's not the same game. I actually think this has more skill required on the racing and drifting end, whereas Mario Kart is a lot of luck. Although this one definitely rolls into that, which I'll talk about later. But this game's hard. Mario Kart's not hard. Obviously, you can bump up difficulty, but on regular difficulty, this game is fucking difficult, and it reminds me a lot of like Crash Team Racing. And Crash Team Racing was a great game and it was successful, but they never fucking continued. Why? Sonic filled in the spot. And I definitely, while I'll say, ooh, these games are really inspired by Mario Kart, Crash Team Racing and Sonic Racing are very similar. The complaint with that is, I really liked Mario Kart World. And having the open world right from the select screen, I feel like in a game like this, it should be standard. You know what I mean? But that's not a fair thing for me to dislike about this game. But the other thing I don't like, and this is, I don't know why, if you're going to steal anything from any other karting series, when you do multiplayer games in the race box, well, it's not up there, but it's up there. You can do regular Grand Prix where everyone is versus everyone who's playing together locally. Or you can play the race box, which is different modes where you'll have teams. And generally when I play with my kids, we play on teams. What I like about this game is there are now teams of 4. Whereas the last game you had to do teams of 3, right? And I got 3 little kids, so it was usually me versus them, or somebody got picked on, whatever. So I appreciate that they bumped up the team sizes. Now you can have 4v4v4, and that's pretty awesome. What's not awesome about it is that you can't just like, hey, we're gonna do like a Grand Prix. You can't pick a Grand Prix and do team races. You have to keep going back and do it individually, which is fine because you get to pick your track every time, which is what we do in Mario Kart, right? We don't just pick one of the Grand Prix. Everyone picks a level because you get 4. Well, in this one, I'd let my 3 kids pick the level, but we have to keep going back to the menus, and then we have to make sure we're challenging our rivals. And you can't change any options, because when you change options to do a custom race, you can't race against your rivals. And at this point, everyone wants to race against the rivals because you unlock stuff that way for your vehicles, or you unlock just vehicles that way. It depends on what you have to unlock for that person. So, not having just a standard like team Grand Prix, that's the disrespect from all the companies that make these games. Just let us pick our levels ahead of time. 4 levels for Mario Kart, 3 levels for this, and then get the CrossWorld all together to race through all 3. Which is a good thing that I'll talk about in this. But like, why isn't that available? So anyways, those are the 2 things I dislike. It took me 5 minutes. I'm sorry. I want to make sure I actually I need a drink. I want to make sure I actually covered those. So that being said, I like this game way better than I like Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World is probably my favorite game on the Switch 2, which isn't saying much because I don't have a lot for the Switch 2. I don't know. I'm playing the Switch 2 right now, but I'm playing Mario. We're talking about the wrong franchise, sorry. I like this game a lot. And to be fair, going into this game, I figured I was going to like it a lot. I mean, look who I'm using. I'm using Blaze. Blaze the cat. I will always use Blaze the cat. She's one of my favorite characters. Plus, I don't know why, I'm not a big fan of purple, but for some reason it goes in this game. But I really like using her. To be fair, I used to like using Shadow, but you know, you can't pick the cool characters when you have kids and you're playing with your kids. So you got to make your own cool characters. Plus, I'm a big fan of Sonic Rush. So, Blaze it is. Plus, she's got the Tood, you know? Anyway, it's the characters. Actually, now that I got it so the camera can focus on both of us, the characters are wild in this game. Obviously, it's all the people that I want in a Sega racing game or a Sonic racing game. Sorry, not a Sega, because there's plenty of Sega characters I'd want. But there's someone for everyone. My kids got real excited for this shit yesterday. We had a turkey dinner because celebrate the Minecraft. They were very excited. They played for about 10 minutes and they didn't want anything to do with it. I'm excited for Joker. I mean, I don't like SpongeBob, but I know my kids are going to flip the fuck out. So it's got a nice variety. We also have Pac-Man, right? We have Pac-Man and Mega Man theme content coming. That's fucking amazing. So Sega's definitely killing it with this. Get that creeper out of here. They're, what do the kids say? Cooking? I don't ever want to do that again. It doesn't matter what the fucking kids say. Sega's doing a great job in terms of what's available for characters to use. There's somebody to fit everybody's style, and since this is a game that's promoted to play with other people, everyone will have their own style of character or a character they like. And if they don't know Sonic characters, and whatever. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. There's a lot of DLC coming. It's not super expensive, by the way. I bought the Minecraft pack and it was $6. It's not that bad because I'm going to be having to buy this on Xbox and Switch for my kids anyways. So, characters, big fan of it. Can't wait to see what comes in the future. I hope the support stays for this game because games like these, where you get a complete package, which we're going into next, I feel like it's okay to have DLC and charge a season pass for something that is so complete when it comes out. Now, speaking of the DLC, since we just got some yesterday, like I said, I paid for the Minecraft DLC. There's a Minecraft racetrack. Once all the DLCs drop, all the DLC is going to get its own Grand Prix. Amazing stuff. There is DLC that gets slid in there for free, too. Mostly, I believe it's CrossWorlds. So it kind of seems like the Sega property stuff so far is stuff that you don't have to pay for. And then the extra people are there. I'll show you what I mean. Sorry. So, I mean, I know people probably don't know it as a Sega game, but Sega owns Persona, right? So they own this. So I don't have to pay for Joker. He's free. I didn't have to pay for him. And then Ichiban, he's not free. I mean, he is free, sorry, because he's Sega property. Yakuza's owned by Sega. And then Patrick and Squidward. So I really like that they did that. That's actually a big boost in me liking a game. Because if I saw 2 Sega characters on there, I would get the same kind of feeling that I get when Mortal Kombat recycles a character back as a fucking paid DLC. You know what I mean? It leaves a really bitter taste in my mouth. That noise that you guys been hearing in the background is my fucking ferret scratching her fur. And she must have moved her blanket, so it's hitting. Yes, it's you. Anyways. So, I appreciate the content they're putting into it. I appreciate that Sega's not fleecing us. Sega has always been a cool company to this channel, though. They didn't pay me to say that. Like, they legitimately have been cool in person to me at conventions. So they've always been pretty cool like that. Now, I clearly like this game because I didn't even get into the stuff I'm actually excited about, and it's 10 minutes in. I know I said bad stuff for the first 5 minutes, but the tracks are great. First of all, I said a little bit back, I don't mind DLC for games that come with a lot of content. This game comes with a lot of content, okay? There is a lot of characters. Each character has their own vehicle. Each character has... Each character has their own vehicle. There are multiple classes of vehicle. Like, I pick Blaze. She's a light character. And then I always pick a handling vehicle. But you can have... Let me move this camera while I talk, so we can do this like the old days. Handling, acceleration, speed, boost. It's not even a car. And power. You can modify the already existing cars, or you can mash shit up, make your own car in whatever class you want, paint it, put decals on it, and that's all the stuff that you unlock is all the extras. You get tickets, which are money that you can purchase upgrades to your vehicle with. Like, I upgraded this one with the max that I could get. I've been playing the shit out of this game. No, that's my speed. Not my speed card. Ew! Get that fucking clown out of here. Okay, handling. I want to make sure I didn't fuck my car. I'm going to play this after the video, and I don't want to start a Grand Prix and then be stuck with a vehicle and be like, I can do this, and then get 3 races in and then be in last place and make I have to start over. But anyway, so I customized every vehicle type as a Blaze special, okay? I can't even fucking imagine. So I play it all on high speed right now. I haven't played any on Sonic speed. I won 4 on normal and then 4 on high. I don't think I played the normal ones. I think my kids did, because I only actually did these ones. So if somebody did the other 4, or it gave it to me because I already got them, that would make sense if I got them on a higher difficulty. Regardless, so there's these... Ooh! Shadow's my rival. So I gotta do a Grand Prix. Not only do I have to win it to get the gold cup for the Grand Prix, you have the other added task of beating your rival. Every time you beat a rival, you unlock something specific to that rival. You don't even have to... It gave me Shadow. Every time it gives you a character, it bumps up the difficulty. So mine's at difficulty 5 right now, which I believe is a little bit past halfway. You can actually go in, press R1, change who your rival is, and then you get rewards based on it. I think I was wrong about something. Oh yeah, you get tickets, which is the money to buy car parts. When you do Team Rival, you have to do three races as a team against a rival team, and then you can unlock stuff exclusive to them. And then you can do the online festivals, which we'll get into in a minute. But I wanted to talk about these levels because I'm a huge fan of these. Can you get on here? I haven't played one level that if someone wanted to play online and they picked a level, I'm like, you know what I mean? I have a couple of those that I can think of off the top of my head for Mario Kart, right? But what they do is you do a race in each. In the middle of each race, there's 2 panels, and one will be a random and one will be what you can see. And those are the CrossWorlds. So basically, halfway through these, you're cutting off and you're going into another dimension. And that dimension will either be, something to do with dinosaurs. One of them was a Pac-Man world. They just added in the Sonic... not Sonic Generations. The Shadow Generations white space. Just a bunch of random shit like that. And you can drive through and you do a portion of the track that way, and then you come back out to the track that you were in, you do your final lap. So basically it's like a 3-lap race where you do 1 lap around, you do one in another world, and then you come back and it's just everyone knows the track, and then you're just scrambling to the end. Once you hear that final lap, the music starts to change. The way they did it, I don't know. You guys are going to get on this. But so here are the levels so far. Metal Harbor, Sand Road, Colorful Mall. The music is killer in all of these. The soundtrack's fucking amazing. My son's favorite level is Patos. My favorite level is Mystic Jungle. And then we all agree that Radical Highway is just an amazing one. The music, everything goes with it perfectly. The Egg Grand Prix, I assume I have to beat all of these to get that one because it's Final Boss. And then the what's this one? Oh, the special. I assume I didn't look it up. I assume I have to get gold in every race in order to unlock this. So I got some. Yeah, White Space. That came as a CrossWorld. None of these other ones are CrossWorld. So White Space came as an actual CrossWorld. So there's a huge level variety. Whoop, go back. We also got Minecraft World just came out. Bikini Bottom comes out, and then there's 4 more crossover courses. One we know is going to be Pac-Man, and one we know is going to be Mega Man. I'm not 100% on what the other ones are. So you get in the race, you do your Grand Prix, you do 3 races, each one of the tracks, and then you do a grand race through all of the tracks and a couple CrossWorlds. One. Because you come out of the CrossWorld into the other track. It's a really, I don't know. It's like a sprint, and then a 500. It's awesome. I love it. I don't know. I love this game, and I didn't even get into the fact about how heavily it relies on drift, how important items are in this game. Like, there's so much depth I can go into. I clearly love this game. But the items went from, at least in Transform, I remember them, and I played Transform pretty recently. I keep saying Transformed, and that's not the game that I'm talking about. Sonic Team Racing. Thank you. That was the last one, and I played that pretty recently. And the items were like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, it reminded me of Crash Team Racing. You know, it's pretty balanced. There's some oh shit items. This one has a bunch of oh shit items. And there's another thing I love about it. You can upgrade your license, and you can put things in there. You can stack attributes. Like I add speed to her because she's not a fast character. So I use a couple of them nodes for speed, but then I use one for Dark Chow, which gives everybody 2 random items right in the beginning of the game. And then I have a 3rd item slot. So I start the round with 3 items. And it seems like a really unfair advantage until you realize this is the type of game that will... You think blue shells are bad. Every offensive item in this game is as bad as a fucking blue shell with how long it puts you down. Now, granted, you can use one of those nodes to speed up your recovery time, but still, you will find yourself in first place for a majority of the race and then magically fucking get dumped down to like anywhere between 6th and 10th. Like that. I have so many clips that I was going to share in here, but people aren't even going to watch this. People don't watch my Sonic shorts that I put up. Like, I have them sandwiched between thousands of views, and then Sonic's got like 100. But there's a bunch of them where I can see the finish line and I'm in first place, and I get hit with some bullshit, and I'll get knocked down back to 12th, and I'll hit a couple boosts, and I'll still settle in like 6th place. And that always happens on the 3rd race or 4th race. And when that happens, you have to go back and start over because I want the fucking gold cup. Look. Yeah. I gotta show you this, right? Ooh, egg pound. So obviously I didn't get all the red rings in every level. That's something I'll sweep back to. That's probably where the secret one unlocks. They're not hard to find. They're everywhere, by the way. So I beat these ones, and you see these red ones. I have no cup. I don't even have fucking bronze on those. I've had to restart those several times. I will not accept 2nd place. I'll restart the whole fucking thing. But, so there's that. And then, wow, I'm actually really excited about this. I haven't sat and just like talked about games and that I get really excited about in a long time. It feels nice. So here's the race box. What are you? Some kind of racist? All right, there's a team rival. So you gotta. My kids and I, when we were celebrating our early Thanksgiving, we beat them twice last night, and then my kids abandoned me, and we get this totally sweet night vehicle, Sonic the Black Knight vehicle, and they bailed on me. So I got to do this one probably solo if I want to get this before it swaps my team out. But there's plenty of stuff to do in here. You got your 4v4, V4, and there's weird bonuses that come with it. People who get the most rings, you bump into each other the most, you get a boost when you do that. Double team shot, most items, the most people who hit dashes. You can do a quick match, which is a standard race to the finish, and then your extreme match, only the heavy hitter items, all blue shell or worse equivalents. And then the custom match that I said earlier doesn't allow you to play against your rival team. You can't see it on the screen, but it shuts the team off completely, all the options and everything. I've spent a lot of time in this game so far. I mean, I just got it less than a week ago, or a week ago, and I've kind of split my time between this Silent Hill and Mario Galaxy. But this is a game that's going to consume a lot of my time. There's a lot of stuff to unlock. I'm going to say something that might make people feel something on the inside, but I'm never going to unlock everything in this game, just like in the other Sonic games, because it reminds me of Need for Speed Underground, which I loved. But unlocking everything in Need for Speed Underground was a task that someone like me is not built to do, because I don't have the care for it. But if you're a person who likes these kind of racing games, and you like playing them more than the people around you do, this one has a really big payoff for the single player portion. There's a lot of stuff for you to unlock, so there's a lot of replayability. And plus, I played because I wanted to unlock stuff for Miku, because that's who my wife uses. I played the last season. They have seasons that are going to be around their character, the DLC characters. Like right now, it's Minecraft. So I play online, and the online's solid. So there's a lot for you here, and I mean, I don't write anything down when I do reviews. Thank you if you made it this far, by the way. I don't write things down when I do reviews because I don't feel like it's authentic, and I'm not ripping on anybody who does write their stuff down. That's not what I mean when I say that. I just mean for me personally. I know if I write something down, I went to school for programming and ended up coming out a technical writer. I mean, that's the 50% of my actual career is technical writing. I can't tell you what I technically write, but I write technically. So I know that it would be OCD perfection thing for me. So I don't believe in writing scripts because I don't want to be I don't want to be formulaic. I don't. There's a million other channels like mine that do this, and they do research, and they want to talk about specs, and if something's pushing to the power and frame rates and all this stuff, and they do that stuff better than I'm willing to. Right? I'm sure I could not put myself down, but I don't want to. That was a lot of personal stuff for you to understand that I tried really hard to do an actual review for this game, because that's how much I like it. So if you go back, there are sections where I did plan this out a little bit. I want you guys to please go get this game. I need teammates for these. My kids abandoned me, and I need people. I don't want to play with randoms anymore. Thank you guys for watching.